Hi everybody, here we are today, White Rabbit the Cowboy podcast. We are broadcasting and recording today for the first time in an open session in a restaurant in Mulcock. I am speaking today with Winnie, who's the co-founder of the Yellow Umbrella Christian-based community. We do a lot of work with the Umbrella movement and from a Christian basis. They hold a mass every Sunday at 1800 hours at the Lennon Wall in Admiralty in Central. So please, if you're interested in the Yellow Umbrella Christian-based community, please go along and attend that. Winnie, hello and welcome.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. All I'd like to ask you today is, I want to know all about your community and what you're doing with the Yellow Umbrella movement. I know you're very busy, but I also want to know a little bit about you personally and how you grew up in Hong Kong and how you found yourself to where you are today.
About my history first?
Yeah, go on.
My history is, well, I grew up in Hong Kong, studied in Hong Kong, and then I've been working in the airline industry for over 20 years.
Right.
And then in 2014, September, well, I had my early retirement, and then the umbrella movement started. I just now
with Occupy Central in 2014. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm very since then I'm very much involved in this democracy fight.
So tell us what your drive was to get involved with it initially.
Initially, it's just we feel very angry about this universal suffrage that Beijing is claiming. Yeah, that they're giving Hong Kong people universal suffrage, which is not true. It's fake. So we just cannot stand it. We just cannot accept. So we have to really show our disagreement. We cannot accept that. So we need a real universal suffrage. So we started our protest and demonstration.
And support is still very strong. Feelings still run very high throughout the community on this issue. Not just a movement like yourselves and maybe your sister movement, but you feel that throughout the whole community there is still a very strong sense that you've been taken advantage of a little bit.
I would say the flame has died down.
Okay.
Quite a lot.
Right.
Yeah, but I think the core people, there are still many core and people we still feel very strongly we need to show our position to Beijing and Hong Kong.
Yeah. And your goal, I mean, you talked about universal suffrage. Are you looking for universal suffrage for one man, one vote for every legislator, for every community, or are you just looking initially to elect the chief executive on a one man, one vote basis? What's your goal, or what are your goals as you go forward?
I think the main goal is about a true universal suffrage, and and then comes with that actually we should have democracy and justice in the society, because we can see the government is really doing so much control, so much so many bad things is happening in Hong Kong. Unbelievable.
Tell us, give us an example.
I think you have also mentioned about the booksellers case.
Yes.
It is unacceptable. In Hong Kong, any parts of the world which claim you have this rule of law. Well, Hong Kong people has been very proud of having the rule of law in Hong Kong.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, but it's not true anymore.
Rule of law for business is probably still okay, but the rule of law for the everyday common man. I'll tell people quickly about the booksellers. There were 5 booksellers in Causeway Bay who were harassed and shut down under pressure from the mainland government for the books they were selling about the leaders in the mainland. 4 or 5 of them ended up getting kidnapped and taken across the border, where they were intimidated and interrogated until they went onto the live television and media to rescind everything they'd done about it, about the leaders, and to say that they'd gone across to the motherland of their own free will. All of them came back to Hong Kong, sold out the business and disappeared, all apart from one guy I can't even remember his name.
Mr. Lamb.
Mr. Lamb came back and he told the world on TV and in the media, I was kidnapped by the mainland. They interrogated me and tried to harass me. They are not going to close me down. Very brave guy.
He gave sharing at our mass service at one time.
Did he? Yes.
Yes, he did. He did pass by. He said he wanted to show his support to us also.
Right. Good. I mean, these people are very passionate about that, because that must be frightening, getting lifted and taken across the border to some.
And we stick up their poster on the Lenin Wall where we have mass. Yeah, for 1 or 2 months' time. Yes.
And the Lenin Wall is spelled Lennon, not Lenin.
Lennon.
Yes, as in John Lennon, not as in the Marxist Leninist movement.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that's outside the government office in Admiralty.
Yes.
That's where we hold our mass every week.
I mean, that's only one thing that you're involved with. I mean, who does the mass with you, Father Franco?
Father Franco, an Italian priest who have been serving Hong Kong for 40 years. 40,
yeah. Okay, long time.
And long time. He is a social fighter in Hong Kong.
Yeah. Well, that's the job that they should be doing. Yeah, I'm glad that he sticks up. Does he get support from his own church in that, or is it pretty much on his own?
Well, the Catholic Church is always support fighting for democracy and fairness and justice.
Yes, and so, and he feels that he's free within the church to do this. Yeah.
Yes.
So he's not under any pressure to do it. Okay, that's interesting. That's good. So that's 6 o'clock on a Sunday night, but you also have other responsibilities. I mean, what else do you do within this? Because it's basically a full-time job for you now, isn't it? This is full-time. The Yellow Umbrella Community, it's a full-time occupation.
For me personally,
yes, for you personally, yes. So tell us about the other things you do. Your court cases you attend. You do prison visits for people that have been put behind bars for various reasons connected with the Umbrella movement. And so tell us about that.
Well, at first we started with only religious service. Well, religious service in the form we do a Catholic mass service. It's a structured, authentic mass service. But the beautiful thing is we're doing it in the church without walls, which is, I feel still feel very good about it. So people can just come in and even people who do not really have a faith yet, they're welcome anytime. And people not only Catholic, Mass is a Catholic service, but we also have members also from the Protestant church, quite a few. And when we were in Nathan Road, also one brother was from the Orthodox Church.
Orthodox as well.
Yes.
Okay, so you're getting as you should be, cutting across all sections of the community.
Yes, and I think just a little bit on the religious side. Yeah, so we call this kind of mixing of Christian faith ecumenical, and I think this is quite a special aspect of us because we are doing it, practicing it every week. Not just seminars from how we do it, but we are actually doing it, practicing it. This is one good thing. We feel good about ourselves.
And the people come along and also during the service, everybody gets a chance to speak about whatever they want to speak about within the movement, or maybe something else. There's a bit in the middle, 20-minute section where.
Yes. We have a prayers for the faithful section. So we offer our prayers, and it's also like a sharing session. So usually we offer prayers for our mission in Umbrella Movement. For example, whatever court cases, and some other brothers sisters, they do other fights in the society. For example, now the current hot topic would be anti-Miss Carrie Lam. The candidate for the
that is a good topic. Yes, the CE race. So you've got Carrie Lam,
Carrie Lam, John Zhang, and Justice Wu.
Yeah, is he quite good? Do we like Justice Wu or do we not like Justice Wu?
Some people like him.
Do you like him?
Is
he better than the other two?
I prefer John Zhang myself.
You do prefer
Yes,
John?
I prefer John
that's
Zhang
interesting. And who's the other one? Regina, or is she out?
Oh, Regina is out. She doesn't. Yeah, she is not able to get enough.
Right, the basic. I can't remember what you call it. Yeah, but
150 votes to enter.
The grassroots support from the legislature.
Yes.
So, Carrie, Justice Wu, John. Who else?
Only 3.
Just the 3.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just stick with this for a moment. This is quite interesting. The Johns, I think Carrie Lam would seem to me to be the rubber stamp from
Yes.
the mainland.
It is called CY Leung 2.0.
Yes.
Yes.
But John Zhang, he might see something a little bit different with him, do you think?
John Zhang used to be the financial secretary.
Yes.
And he is a Catholic, which I like.
Okay.
And he is more pleasant. And I personally feel that he is honest.
Right. Well, that's important because it's not been too good in the last little while with our honest politicians in Hong Kong, isn't it?
But I still have some reservation in there. So I believe he will be still under the Beijing control in many ways. But I do believe that he has a heart for Hong Kong people.
Right.
I think he would do his fight. But to what extent, to a very, very big extent, personally, I also have some reservation. Yes, but if there are only a few people running for this election, he is not. He is the best choice, I would think.
Right.
Yes.
What do you know about Justice Wu?
Justice Wu, well, because he, I think there are 2 main areas I have my reservation on him. One thing is he support the rolling out the Article 23.
Oh,
He support
really?
yes, making it law.
Is that the one? That's the one that Regina tried to roll out
Yes,
10 years ago, and he supports it here.
Yes.
That's the sedition law.
This
So
is
if you do something wrong, you can actually be tried for treason or something like that.
yes, exactly.
All right.
You don't have to have the government can arrest any people and put them into jail for 48 hours without any crucial evidence.
And he supports that.
Yes.
I didn't know that. See, there you go. I didn't know that at all.
I am very much against
I
this.
thought he was very more towards you guys, toward the umbrella movement. I thought he was like an outside radical choice, but no, he's pretty much an insider as well.
He's very open about this.
Right.
Yeah, he said he will support the making it really passing the law of Article 23. And the second point I have my reservation is because he's a judge. Because I've seen so many judges. They are we have an expression in Hong Kong. They are like living in heaven. They don't know the world. They don't know the grassroots.
Disconnected from.
Yes, disconnected.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's an
right. Yeah, yes, the country club lifestyle. I suppose it's like the politicians at the top as well.
Yes.
They all live this life in the limousines and the country club, and then it's foreign travel.
And Carrie Lam don't know how to use the octopus card to get her MTR ride.
And isn't that embarrassing?
And she got her toilet roll, going back to her own government house to get the toilet roll. This is
what you're dealing with.
Yes.
Well, she's just a bureaucrat. She's just a civil servant who's been closeted and never had to really make any decisions for herself in her entire life.
Yes.
And now she doesn't have to make any decisions either because China will make them for her.
and judge, they have similar quality
So
like this.
so you put them in the same boat. Right, that's interesting.
Similar quality.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I hadn't looked into it in any depth really, so I'm glad you told me. The Justice definitely seemed better than Carrie. Okay, so John. Right, okay. Yeah, I quite like him. I think he's more personable. You're right.
Yes.
But okay, so that's the.
And he is very things that happen to him. Like say, people throw eggs on John Zhang.
Mm-hmm.
He is very different from CY Leung. CY Leung would choose to sue him. Yeah, he just launched another lawsuit yesterday. Yes, and then John Zhang just laughed. Yeah, somebody threw an egg on him. He just, the doctor just advised me not to take too much egg. So this kind of humor is, I think, is very necessary for politicians. And you don't criticize the people who were attacking you. No need. Yes.
No, that's the modern political discourse should allow you to discuss, and even you're vehemently opposed to the other person, you should be able to discuss it and debate it in an open manner. Yeah, and he's probably the guy for that. But you going back to your point about judges, so you come across judges every day when you go to
very often.
When you go to court with the
supporting those fighters, or I call them brothers and sisters. Yeah.
Tell us about
Yes. At first, we just do our mass service, and then, from the religious point of view, it is our mission for our community. Yeah. For me and Father Franco. So we want to help those people who are in the lowest in the society, and those who abandoned by other people. No one willing to help them. Those with the people we want to help most. So our very big brother, he's called Waka, or painter. He's an iconic person in the umbrella movement. So in Mong Kok,
what's his name?
Painter.
Painter?
Or Waka. Waka means painter.
Right.
That's
painter.
his. That's people call him.
Never heard of him.
Yeah,
Okay,
because by profession he's a painter.
Right.
Yeah, but he is a very strong and big fighter in the umbrella movement in Mong Kok.
Right.
Yeah, he really had lots of encounter with the police. So many people knows him. But he got his problem too. He got into he got sued for, he got arrested he got arrested for his fight during
for
umbrella
being
movement.
involved in the protest. Okay.
However, he also got his problem. He got case of indecent assault, and then he was jailed.
Brought against him by who?
The police. He just touched
The
a
police
girl.
woman or a girl?
No. In a library.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
he touched a girl. So he was
Well,
arrested.
that's unfortunate, isn't it?
Yes.
Right.
And then he got arrested, and then those people who were helping him before say that we don't want to help him anymore because it's not about democracy fight.
So they abandoned him.
Yes, they abandoned him. And then people just ask in a chat group, painter wants someone to help him. And then I just raised my hand. I say, I will go.
Okay.
Yes, because and then it started from there. So it was
That was the first. That was your initial.
Yes.
contact.
The first prison visit.
Okay.
Yes. So and then I know him in jail with the glass.
Yes. Yeah.
Iron bars in
Did you have
between.
is it for the phone?
Yes, talk over the phone.
Over the phone.
Yes, and
It's just like a
then-
movie, except it's not as glamorous, really. I don't suppose. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then here's the first case, and then from him I got some. I got to know lawyers, and then from the religious side, I think God has opened the door for me.
For you.
Yes, getting
Calling,
into calling, and then going into this area, and then he got involved. Another case is another brother. He got it was during the umbrella movement on Nathan Road. He got arrested because he's tried to. He was accused of getting the, what do you call that, clubs from the
Truncheon or club.
yeah
from the police.
from a policewoman.
Right.
He claimed he did not. anyhow, well, sadly, he was convicted. And then, well, before he was convicted, he got 11 hearings. Yeah, total, he had 11 hearings.
11.
Yes. From the fifth hearing, at the fifth hearing, he posted his renewed bail paper in a chat group. And then I asked him, hey, brother, what happened to you? And he said he got arrested and then he needs to go to court. And then I said, oh, I want to give you support. And then I met him in a courthouse.
Right.
Yes. And then just walked through with him all the hearings.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did he have a lawyer at this point?
He already had his lawyer.
He had a lawyer.
Yeah, but then his lawyer, not very good, and then he got convicted, he got sentenced.
Right.
He went to jail, and then I started with these, and then the more I do, nowadays I have many referrals.
Yes.
Yeah, people.
We'll have to start charging now. You can't do it pro bono forever.
So well, especially for the riot case.
Yes,
last
people
year.
Involved in the riots. Yes.
They need help, and then I get.
Are
referrals.
there many? I mean, how many? Are you talking 20, 30 people?
They total 89 people were arrested.
89.
I think over 30 people were put to court.
30 went to court.
39, if I'm not wrong. 39 people were put to court.
And then convictions from that?
No. Well, it's very bad to say not yet, but
But they're still ongoing, the court cases, are they?
Yes.
Right, okay.
The first verdict would be on 16th of March.
Oh, really? The first
Next week, yes,
they've
first
not closed them down out as yet? Okay.
Yes,
I
there
see.
are already a few cases in the magistrate. And there were conviction already in magistrate, but not exactly for riot.
Right.
They put the charge down. They downgraded the charge to like disturbing the peace. But actually, they were involved in the riot. But
Right.
they do not charge them for riot.
No, that's
Yeah.
far better. Disturbing the peace is a lot better than rioting. Yeah.
Yes, but there are some riot charge case. There are now 3
Right.
riot charge case in the district court, and 1 for high court.
And so, what do you do with these guys? They have their own lawyers, their own legal help. Do you just listen to what they want to talk about, their conditions in jail? Did you take messages to their families, or I mean, what do you actually do when you go to see these guys, or when you go to court? Are you just there to sit beside them and make them feel that there's somebody there? Which I mean, it's very important.
Actually, I just walked through them the whole case.
Right.
Walked through with them the whole case, from getting the lawyers, and then sometimes when they go to renew bail, I go with them as well. So when it's trial, I will go with them to see the lawyer together, and just every hearing I would go there. And then I have mentioned about Painter. So Painter, for his case, we actually got me and Father Franco. We actually went to there, and then we write our mitigation letter, mitigating letter for him to plead for lower sentence.
Yes, clemency.
Yes.
Okay. And that obviously. There aren't many people like you around the world, or even in Hong Kong. So yes, you, as you say, you're getting more and more demand for your services. But at what point can you personally go, well, I'm sorry, I can't do any more. I can't be involved. I have my own life to lead. I have other responsibilities. Or you're not there yet. You still.
I always feel like I cannot handle.
No, really.
But I cannot stop.
Okay.
Yes, I just cannot stop. Yes.
Yes.
Any new cases, I say please. I need to help.
You do that.
I will not refuse anything.
Are you getting any help yourself? Is somebody? Do any of them people come along from the movement and help you on occasion and say, I'll go and visit Painter today, for instance, because you're busy doing something else?
Not too many
Not really.
people like to do prison visit.
Okay.
Yeah, for Chinese, this is not a good thing to do.
Is it unlucky?
Yes, unlucky.
Oh, right, okay.
Especially during the festive season.
Right.
Chinese New Year, Mid-Autumn Festival. But that's the time I feel more I should go.
People need you then, don't they? That's right, when they're feeling a bit down in the dumps and depressed. Okay. No, I've been very lucky. I don't think I've ever been in a prison. I've passed a few, but I've never had to go to jail.
Oh no!
I've never been caught yet.
Oh.
So what I was going to ask you was the demographic of the whole well, of your movement, but the whole umbrella movement, is it still mostly young person focused, people in their early 20s or into their 20s, or does it go all the way up and down the...
What I would now say the active one. There are two groups: the young one and the retired one. Yeah.
Well, really?
Yeah.
So
the other busy working.
The busy working. The
Yeah.
professionals in the middle don't have time or the inclination.
Yes.
So the retirees, the older guys, and
They're doing it every night.
they're still very
Hong Kong.
passionate about it.
Yes, very, very,
Okay.
very passionate.
So that's interesting that they've kept it or rekindled something in them. I would have thought they would have, never bothered, but obviously it's still, they feel very, very strongly about it.
Yes.
And do they work with the young kids? Do they work together? Because old and young sometimes don't see eye to eye.
Oh, they don't work together.
No.
The young are the moral or action type.
Yeah, of
Yes,
course.
but the retired one is. They also have their own their actions, but the peaceful actions.
Yes, they just want to go and sit and hold a placard, and they're only
Yes.
throwing bricks and running
Yes.
from the place. It's just, my knees just can't do it any longer. My knees get too sore. And so the younger ones, what kind of actions are they working at the moment? Do you work in the community? Like, rather than demonstrating all the time and blocking off a road, which can sometimes annoy people, do you go into the community and talk to people in the community to try and get them to support you?
That's more for the retired one.
Retirees
to do.
do that,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Propaganda, more like.
Yeah, well, that's
yes.
propaganda. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's
Yeah.
from either way.
Yes.
If the enemy's using propaganda, then you've got to use it too.
Yes.
And yeah. So what do the young folk do?
The
at the
young
moment?
one, they're very secretive. I don't quite know
All right,
what
but
they
it's
do.
still
Yeah.
going on. Well, that's fine. Yeah,
Yes,
that's fine.
yes.
But they're still active. They're still trying to make things happen and want to put it forward.
Yes, I think so.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And
But unfortunately, many of them got arrested for riot cases.
That's right. And this is the question I was going to ask you about. You had two legislators, the two young legislators, the guy and the...
Oh, I met them. Yes.
Yes.
Leung and Yao.
Right. And
Mr. Leung
what
and
was the
Mrs.
name
Yao.
of their party?
They are from.
Can't remember. Doesn't matter.
Yes,
Doesn't
yes,
matter.
yes.
We can look it up. But
Yeah.
they, as a Guilo, looking
Yes.
at it, or they've probably been a bit older, look at it and say, you can only change things from the inside, right? You can throw stones at a castle all day, but you're never going to make it change.
Yes.
And this was an opportunity for these kids to
Yeah.
get into the legislation. And they
Yes.
can disrupt it all they like once they're in there.
Mm.
But they decided that we'll be rude to the Chinese government, which they don't like, and they basically got expelled and they weren't allowed to take their seats in Parliament, which is I suppose you would say. To me, as an outsider looking at it, that would look very foolish and silly, and I wonder who gave them that advice and to do that.
I don't know.
Because
I think it just come from them.
they just did it themselves, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they come from Qing Lin San Jing,
Right.
but I don't know the English
It's an
name.
English
sorry.
name.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the English
yeah,
name.
can't
Qing Lin
remember.
San Jing. Yes.
Because they basically they had the chance to get their the cause, if you like, in the media on a regular basis.
Yes.
It couldn't be ignored because it's in the, and
Yeah,
basically it's
very
gone.
sad, yeah.
It's been blown because they were silly to do that, I think.
But I think the government is also too drastic.
Of
I
course
think
they were,
all-
but they were only looking for an opportunity, weren't
Yes,
they? And they took it.
they are elected by people. I don't think their position should be just taken away like that.
It shouldn't have been allowed to, but that's what's happened, doesn't it?
Yes.
And nobody seems to be protesting it anymore. It just seems to be forgotten. and so
Well,
on.
their case is now going to
Is
the
it?
Court of Final Appeal.
And are you involved with that at all?
Uh,
Not so
no,
much.
no, yeah.
And what leading on from that, you've got long hair. So
Yes, long hair. Oh,
Yeah.
my good friend.
you're good friends.
My friend.
Yeah, that's all right. But he's been in it for a long time.
Yes.
And still doing it. But he keeps his seat and
Yes.
managed to. But does he do a lot of good work in the community or various bits? What keeps him busy? I don't know the guy. I only see him when he's doing things in the legislature. I understand he seems to be well respected, and he seems to believe in the right things and have a following. I mean, what does he do within the umbrella movement, if anything? Because you never saw him during Occupy Central or anything like that. Certainly on our media, you never saw him involved. Is he still involved now?
Yes, he does.
Right. Okay.
Yes, he's the. I just want to say my big respect to him is he's the action type, and he kind of calling this is called civil disobedience.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so
Martin Luther King and all
yes,
that.
he willfully breached the law, but he's not afraid of being arrested.
Right.
And facing the consequence.
Yes.
That's I think really like Gandhi, really earned respect.
Right.
Yes.
How long has he been in the legislature? Just about since it was set up in '96
I
or
think
7?
maybe close to 20 years.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
not so long, maybe less than 20
Right.
years, but long time.
But he's the only radical that I can see in the whole.
Now,
lot.
not the only one.
Is there not? Are there
He's
others?
not alone now.
Is he not? Who are the other ones around him? Do you know?
There's
Mention
also
some names.
one, Zhang Chongtai. I don't know He's from Yugongman. Yeah, he's that is a very action type political
See, there you go. Again,
party as well.
that is not information that we, as the English-speaking community, are party to at all. We don't know any of these guys. You know?
He's from Wang Yukman, you know, the one who got sued also by CY Leung throwing his water glass.
Right,
yes,
yes.
the same political party.
So they're the same kind of group.
Yes.
Oh, did CY sue him? Did he?
Yes, for our
For spilling water on him or something?
yes, for personal attack, something like that.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. And CY, what's the general? I mean, nobody seems to like CY. Even the people who are not in the umbrella movement don't like CY.
Yes.
I mean, again, I don't see what he's done wrong, really. Why does everybody dislike him so much?
Hey, well, starting from his running for CE election, so he attacked the other candidate, by disclosing his.
Was this the house?
Yes, yeah. So
Henry Tang's
yes,
house.
we believe it is done by CY Leung.
Right,
Yes,
right.
yeah.
Oh, really? You think it was leaked by him?
Yes. Otherwise, who would be able to disclose those? So
Well, maybe just the media were just doing a bit more due diligence than usual. You don't know,
but they got to have some
impetus or something. Yeah,
Yes.
somebody's got to drop the idea. And
yes, yes.
But then CY got done as well, did he not? At the end, he
And
had
then
something.
CY Leung is the UGL case. Do you know about the UGL case?
UGL.
He used to be a surveyor. He owns a company.
This the money from Australia.
Yes,
14 million.
yes.
Didn't
UGL
disclose it.
is the Australian
Yeah,
company,
yeah.
giving him a
14 million US dollars.
yes.
Before he became chief executive, and he
Yes.
didn't disclose it to
Exactly, he didn't
Yeah.
disclose it.
Yeah, that's I mean completely.
Even
Breach
after
of trust.
disclosed, yes, he still say that no need. But then he keep on suing other people for petty things.
At least you've got with Donald Trump. 'Cause Donald Trump's a big suer. He sues everybody as well. So he and Donald should get just the island together.
Yes.
Start suing everybody.
Mm.
It's interesting. I didn't really know he was suing everybody. Wait.
Yes.
Okay, Mong Kok. Now, in Mong Kok, every night
Mm.
since the umbrella movement started, since the Occupy Central in 2014, which is now 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
every night in Mong Kok there's been a gathering of people.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes,
See,
they are called Gao Wu Jun,
Gao Wu Jun.
or shopping group.
Right, the shopping group, and they
Yes.
gather. What time do they gather every night? What time do
They
they start?
meet about, I think they set up around 7 o'clock.
About 7 o'clock, and do they stay
Even
all
earlier.
night, or do they stay for 3
They
hours?
have their parade every night around 10 at 10
10
o'clock.
o'clock.
Yes,
Every night.
parade.
And
Yes.
how many people will go to that? 40, 50 people? Hundreds of people?
Getting less now.
Right.
Yes,
Yes.
getting less now.
And-
About a dozen of people
Right.
now. Yes.
And older people or younger people?
More often the older people.
Older people.
There are a few young ones,
Right,
but
but-
the mostly are the retired and.
Right. But every night, every single
Every
night,
night,
they go.
every
and
single
they,
night,
So where
yeah.
is that? What's the address?
西洋菜街, 西洋菜
Sai
Street.
Yung Choi
Choi
Gai Street. Yeah.
Yes, opposite Broadway Cinema.
Sung Yung Gai
西洋菜.
Choi Gai
Yes.
Street. Okay. Because I'd like to see that. I'd like to go down and might talk to them one night. Quite interesting. Yeah, okay, that's easy. But yeah, every night. So the people do care, and they never have any. There's never any media coverage.
They're doing non-stop.
Yeah.
No matter is Chinese New Year.
Raining, cold,
Yes,
wet, hot.
yeah, exactly.
Everything.
Rain and cold. Typhoon number 8.
Yeah,
They're
still
still
there.
on. They're still on. Yes.
No, that's it's amazing, and it's amazing that I was totally unaware of that, and you know.
And there was one time they want to get a good place for their booth. I don't know whether it's June 4th or another event. They stay in Causeway Bay for overnight
Right.
because they want to get a good place for their booth
In what? In
Causeway Bay,
yeah, because
near Victoria Park.
for the Victoria Park.
Outside Sogo, actually.
Yeah,
Outside Sogo.
For
Overnight, they stay there because they want to secure the place for the booth.
in the morning.
Yes.
But what booth was it for? What was it for? June the 4th?
For people, the gathering
For the
signatures.
march. All right, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they stayed out overnight.
Yes.
The same group did that.
Yes.
Okay, so they all coordinate. All your groups are coordinating to some degree.
My group and their group.
Yes.
And we have members of double identity.
Okay.
So their core member
Two
is
cards.
our core member.
2 cards. Carrying
Yeah,
2 cards.
Yes.
Okay. What was going to ask? Within your group, do you have any celebrity supporters or anybody that's willing to put their name out there and say, I mean, does Jimmy Lai come down and support you ever? Did you ever see him?
I met Jimmy Lai. Yeah, I
He'd be
gave
an interesting guy to meet. If you ever hear this, I'll come and interview you.
I gave my writing to him.
Mhm.
Yeah. So at one.
What did you write?
I wrote a story about umbrella movement.
Mhm.
So
A novel or a reportage?
In the book, it was like 10 pages. I don't know how many words.
But it was just.
It was published in a book, part of a book.
Okay.
There were a person published a book with many stories, people who got involved in the umbrella
From the
movement.
umbrella.
Yes, and
Okay.
I was one of them. The
All right, okay.
long story.
Right.
Yes.
Good.
There were only 5 long stories. Yeah. So
How did you feel when you saw your story in print? Did you quite like that?
Yes. Yeah. It's Well, I think it's to me, yeah, I think it's history for myself,
Of course,
and
yes.
I think also
you're
for
immortal
umbrella.
now. You're
Yeah.
immortal. That's great. Absolutely fantastic.
Yes. So I gave my writing to Cardinal San, Joseph San.
Yes, the cardinal.
and yeah, other priests, and I also gave it to Jimmy Lai,
Yes.
Martin Lee.
To Martin Lee as well.
Yes, yeah.
Martin Lee's still around, isn't he? He's still
Yes.
quite. Yeah, he's good.
Yes.
And do these guys? I mean, do they support you either
Yes.
up front or behind the scenes or?
Behind the scene.
Of
only.
course, yeah.
Yes.
They can't be seen to be doing anything.
Yes.
And what about celebrities or
Celebrities.
public figures, another businessmen? And I know there's Jimmy Lai. Are there any other businessmen that show
Not that
you?
lucky.
No.
No.
And no celebrities that will come down and march with you or stand with you sometimes?
Mine is just a small group. No celebrity.
No, it's
yes.
all right.
Yeah.
I just wondered if there were any that would come and do that.
Martin Lee we every year for the anniversary of the umbrella movement, which is 28th of September, we will hold a mass. So we had done it the half year anniversary, we did it the first anniversary, second anniversary, so we did 3 big mass. And those time Martin Lee and Cardinal San came.
Cardinal San came.
Yes.
And does
Yeah.
he give you support, the Cardinal?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
No, that's good that you're getting that kind of support. And
Even Martin gave speeches
Right.
2 times.
he'd come and speak
Yes.
as well.
Yes, I invited him, and yeah, he will come.
To what as we look forward, and as you say, that these demonstrations in Montauk, they're getting smaller, the flame has maybe gone a little bit. What is your hope for the future for this, the movement, and what you're trying to do? I mean, do you think that it's going to die a slow, dwindling death, or do you think something's going to happen that might reignite it again, or you might get Zhong in who might be in a position to give universal suffrage some area? Do you think it's possible that the PRC government is going to allow that? in Hong Kong?
Well, my personal feeling is going to be a long fight, a long fight. Yeah. Especially we see the Beijing government, yeah, they getting stronger and stronger.
They're getting very powerful now, aren't they?
Yes, and the new one after Hu Jintao, the current one, yeah.
What's his name? Xi Jinping?
Xi Jinping. Yeah,
he's a very strong individual.
Yeah,
I think.
he's like the second Mao. Mao Zedong.
He's building a cult of personality.
Yes, seems to be even stronger.
And Mao didn't do particularly well for China at the end of the day.
Yes.
It's astonishing, really.
Yes.
So he's building that support group, and I mean they seem to be tackling a lot of corruption in China, or so they say, with Bourgeois and his wife and various other the heads of the armed forces and stuff. But is that really Xi just taking out his political opponents, or is it really?
I think so.
Yeah, right.
My feeling is that
the corruption is in fact still there and alive and well. It's just his friends that are going to get it rather than the other guys this time.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that. Again, I think you're only echoing for me what I hear from other people.
He also got his own part, but you cannot talk about it. If you talk about it, you will be like the bookseller.
You'll be the bookseller. You'll be disappearing.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody knows you can't possibly move up through a corrupt institution if you yourself are at least not tacitly condoning the corruption, or you simply wouldn't be allowed to rise. You would be taken out at a very low level. So interesting that he's there. I don't know what he's got planned for China, but we'll see. Christianity and the PRC. I wouldn't come to touch about this really, but you're obviously it's very strong in your movement. Do you have anything to do or talk with people in the PRC about Christianity, or is it coming under more pressure like the Falun Gong got destroyed before? Is Christianity still allowed to be practiced without?
Not in an active role, but sometimes I just make my comments on Facebook, on our own Facebook.
Right.
Yeah.
And is it under pressure in the PRC, or does it still thrive?
Me?
No, the Christianity, Catholicism.
Oh, very much.
Right.
They took all, they demolished all they make the church to demolish their own cross.
Right.
Yes.
So they've got a lot of pressure, but there are still many Christians and churches up there that still work on an underground level.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So they have to work underground and gather somewhere else other than a church. I mean, they're destroying all the churches. It's just really quite
evil.
It's not even about the evil. It's the paranoia. There's something a little bit unstable about you that you must destroy all these things. Surely you can let people go there. You can even put your own message into it. You can have your own speakers going. You can know who's there. You can propagandize your own message. But to destroy them and antagonize people.
Yes. Well, allow me one religious moment. Well, if the Communist Party just take off all the cross, the physical, the cross that you can see from the roof of the church, the cross will grow in the heart of people.
That's often whatever symbolism that they have. If you try to crush it, it's what people cling on to, like an umbrella, for instance. It's the same. You're hanging on to the same symbolism. We're talking about corruption and getting harassed and or bullying people. I mean, as you're involved with this, have you come under any direct pressure or harassment, or have you ever felt you've been watched by the police any time when you're doing this?
It's very obvious. Yeah.
Very obvious?
I got monitored.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
Is somebody following you, or electronic monitoring?
Many ways. Yeah, I think the most obvious way is we do our mass service every Sunday, actually on the roadside. Yeah, and we have police coming to take photo of us, and there were a few times they even approached us to get our ID, and which I got very, very angry.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And one time I do that Facebook Live.
Okay.
But they're still doing it. Usually they just pass by, take photo, and sometimes
Is it the same policeman or different policemen every week?
They change from time to time, but sometimes they're the same.
Same guys.
So,
are they young guys or older guys, or two old guys and two young guys? Or
I think middle age. That usually is the uniform police.
Yes.
Uniform police.
So
But
middle-aged guys in uniform.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And then they sometimes they make many phone calls, opening their notebook.
So just
start
standing
writing.
about making you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And how close do they get? Do they come and stand right next to you? Or do
Depending,
they stand 10 yards away or 20 yards away writing and calling? Or what do they do? How do they do it?
Usually they stay about 15 feet away. But they were also, the closest is they came to ask for IDs. 3 times they did. And I think they got also, well, because they were doing this on us. So I did the same on them.
Okay.
I also take photos of them. I
Yes.
also do it Facebook Live.
Uh-huh.
So they got quite annoyed.
Yes,
Yeah.
They would.
They
They
should-
wouldn't want themselves all over Facebook.
Yeah, they showing
Yeah.
the face to me, and then that's one time. One policeman, he came quite close to us, showing his face of
Anger.
yes, anger
Okay.
to
To
us.
try and intimidate you.
Yes.
And what about phones? Do you ever feel like it's like a movie and you're getting wiretapped or anything like that?
Oh, very obvious. Yeah, I got wiretapped.
Obvious again?
Yes, obvious
In Hong
because it just I already know the pattern.
Right.
Yeah, so they listen when there are when I talk about some sensitive words. I know. So usually what happens is the other side, I can hear the other party, but the other party cannot hear me.
So the trigger words are what?
The trigger words are police station, lawyers, going to court, prisons, bail.
And so they don't cut off the call. All they do, they cut off your ability to speak to the other side. So you can still hear who you're calling, but
Yes.
they can't hear. You can't
Yes.
speak and be heard.
Yes, but I think sometimes if they're doing it, usually it's like this. But there are also times that it got cut off.
Completely.
Yes.
The phone
Yes.
gets cut. Now that never happens in Hong Kong because if it did, everyone would be on the phone waiting having it. But that's what happened. They cut
Yes.
They cut off the phone call entirely.
Very, very often. That's why I have to tell my friend, please do not call my number.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but it's
Do not
for
call my
that
number.
reason.
Yes.
And so I mean, well, there obviously must be ways around that. You must, if you're having a conversation with somebody, do you call different things different names, and then just
Use other
we're going to the
phones.
sweet shop with the ice cream man. Can you please bring the lollipops or whatever.
I tried to use another phone. There was one phone under my name. I have not used it for half a year.
Is
I
it a
switched it
mobile
on.
phone,
Yeah,
or-
mobile phone. It used to be tapped in before, so I didn't use
Use
it
it.
for half a year. So I use it again lately,
Mhm.
and also got tapped.
Still tapped again.
Yes, the sensitive words. Yeah, I mentioned one political party, and then got the call was cut off.
There you go. That's interesting. Isn't it? That's amazing in this city here.
Even the lawyer told me, "Be careful, you may be followed."
Really.
Yes, this was told to me by a
But you're
lawyer.
not doing anything illegal, so what are they going to do? You know, they're not going to threaten you physically, I wouldn't
I
imagine.
think if I am doing anything illegal, I will get arrested.
Oh
already.
yes, but you're not doing anything
I think
illegal.
they're waiting for their opportunity. I feel like.
Yeah, but what are you do? What have you done illegal lately? That's, you know, you're just going about your life. Do you drive a car?
I do.
Well, don't go over the speed limit because that's end up in jail.
Ah,
Winnie, thank you very much for your time today. I would love to do this again, but
Thank you, Jack.
on other topics, or we can follow up on this. Maybe follow up with you again another time. I'm going to visit Sai Young Choi Street and maybe try to talk to someone
Please
down
do.
there. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Jack.